Finding out how much to charge, it's something that I struggled with early on, and I know a lot of people struggle with when they're starting out. And what you have to realize is it depends on where you're located. If you're in the West Coast versus the Northeast versus the South versus the Midwest, it's going to vary by a lot. So it really depends on where you're located, and also depends on the quality of work. Typically, there's a range where you would charge from low end to high end. So if the range is on the low end, it's 25 bucks an hour, and on the high end, it's 40 bucks an hour. You kind of have to figure out where you're located in that range. If you're just starting out, you want to find somewhere middle to middle low, and sometimes you want to go a little lower is to get your foot in the door and to give you more jobs that would be accepted. And I screwed this up of estimating jobs a lot. So if I were to redo it, I would have contacted people in the field of painting and said, hey, how much do you charge for this? And if you have a family friend or anyone that you know of, most likely they'll be happy to talk to you, and they'll be happy to talk to you about pricing. And when you're doing pricing, when you're starting out, you're just looking at your hourly rate, and then how many hours the job is going to take plus materials. That's the simplest way to do it, and the most efficient. There's when you get to be a bigger company, there's other ways where you're looking at profits, you're looking at all your fixed expenses, all your variable expenses, and doing some nice math to figure that all out. But for this, we're sticking with the beginner stuff. It was hourly rate, materials, and that'll pretty much give you your estimate. So find contractors in your area, and also you can talk to general contractors. They'll be happy to tell you. And if you can't find any of that, you basically need to pick a hourly rate that you would work for and do the job for. So if it was a 20-hour job and you'll be willing to do it for $30 an hour, that's $600 worth of labor. If your materials are $100, you're at $700. And I would really recommend if you get the job accepted, when you're doing the job, just to track everything. Track your hours, track your materials, and then look back over it when it's all done and say, okay, I should have charged more, this took longer, and then you can just track it over time. And as you get better and the more jobs you do, you will creep up to the middle, to hopefully middle high, to hopefully the high end of the range. And as you get better and better, you can do that.